Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today I've got another gift for you. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go gold stake Erratic Deck. First boss is clubs. In the deck we've got 8 sevens and 7 twos. A little bit light on spades, but basically even on the other suits. Alright, in the first round, we have sevens and twos. We could go for the full house, but the full house isn't going to one shot. We could go for 4 of a kind sevens. Imagine we draw a third seven, then we only have 5 sevens left to complete the 4 of a kind. Not super likely to get the 4 of a kind with only 8 sevens total in the deck. Maybe if you had 10 sevens, it would be more reasonable. Let's probably go for the clubs flush. And if we go for the clubs flush, do we keep or do we throw the 2 of clubs? Probably we throw away the 2 of clubs because we have 15 clubs total. We have higher clubs that we could draw. Throw away the 2, I think. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Now 3 10s. If we draw any 10, we win. If we draw any pair, we can one shot with the full house. We could try it this way, and then any 10 or queen or pair of sevens or other pair, I guess. Or we could keep going for the clubs flush. With the clubs flush, we would be looking for a 7 or higher. There's only 5 of those in the deck. So I think we might as well try to go for the full house. We can play 10s and queens. We would have gotten the 9, we would have had the clubs flush, but we can play the full house just as well. Alright, the reason I picked this seed is not because of all of these 7s and all of these 2s, but the first shot buffoon pack, my favorite. Trading card. We had gift card yesterday, today trading card. Now, if we have a trading card, do we want a Mercury card? Usually yes on Mercury, but maybe we want to do something else this time? Maybe. I guess we can still take it. Take Mercury here and then go next. Alright, then with the trading card, what do we want to remove? Probably jacks and 5s and maybe kings. We could snap off a king here. And then are we looking for 4 of a kind 7s full house? Since we have the level 2 pair, we can play a pair of queens and then follow up with a full house. Maybe? Or should we just use all the discards first? I guess I play... Do we keep the 2s? Do we not keep the 2s? Alright, let's play the pair of queens. And we actually would have had the 2s. Ah, bummer. Oh well. Alright, now $9, we can take a bus and go next. Okay, so since we have the bus, we probably want to snap off the queens. And then, how are we winning here, actually? Because we have the level 2 pairs, we can win with pairs. We can win with maybe dig for a full house or 3 of a kind or something like that. I think I play 10 as a high card, keeping the aces in case we draw face cards that we need to discard. I can throw away a 5 and a 3. Okay, I can play a pair of aces, throwing away the queen. We can throw away the 3. So a pair of aces is 200, which means I can play a pair of 2s. And we only have one hand after this, so might as well throw away the ace. Play the pair of 2s. Next pair is at least 170. So a pair of 7s wins. We don't need to discard here. All right. We can play pairs for now. We could take to the moon for some money. Let's go next. Snap off the jack, and then, all right, let's play pair of nines, I guess. All right, pair of nines is 300. I can play a pair of fours. Okay, so that was like 300. I think that means let's go high card 8 doesn't win, and then we can follow up with a full house, or a pair of sevens should clear here. Gives us 400. All right. Okay, now 14 bucks. We could take the Chad. Chad gives, in the short term, extra chips. In the long term, could be interesting. Go next. So snap off another queen. Maybe now I'm slightly more hesitant to play the pairs because they score way more chips. So without the Chad, this pair of nines is like 400 points. Now 18 extra chips is like twice as much. This is like 1,000 if I play the pair of nines. So let's go high card ace instead. That's already 400. All right, and then let's just play high card 10, high card ace, and then finish with a pair of nines. Pair the nines. All right, so pair is 900, high card is about 500 for the next round. Okay. There's a mail-in rebate. So we want rebate. We maybe want Arcana pack. We probably want the boss reroll. So I think we take... do I want this Arcana pack? If I want the Arcana pack, I should open the Arcana pack first in case there's Hermie. I think I'm going to take rebate and then boss reroll, but no Arcana pack. Let's go next. So rebate's on sevens. Okay, so each pair is 1,000. Let's play high card 10. Okay, we have some face cards, so we can snap off one of these. I can play high card 10. Saving my discards for the rebate. All right, the pair of twos might win. Maybe we're supposed to discard the sevens now, or do we play high card one more time first? All right, and then discard all of these sevens. Play high card 10, or it could be a pair of twos. Okay. All right. One more round to the moon. And we could go back in time. All right. This boss says previously played as debuffed. There is an economy tag. That's kind of interesting. 2 Arcana packs. So let's do some rerolling first. Rebate on aces. Idol is interesting with the trading card and the Chad, but we'd have to give up some of our money generators. Probably you just want Constellation. Constellation instead of to the moon, probably. Alright, I do that and then I reroll. So, do the moon out, Constellation in, let's go one more. Juggler, alright. Could be Magician, we can make some lucky sevens. And then one more Arcana pack. Could be a soul. What would we want? Canio could be interesting. With the trading card, I guess could be Plinko again. I kind of just want to hang them actually, or make some more lucky cards. Alright, for science we got to do it. Bummer. Go next. Rebate on aces. So snap off the queen. I can play a pair of fours. I think is not going to be too strong. I want to save sevens maybe. What happens if I play a pair of fours? That's 800. Okay, so I can play a pair of nines, which maybe doesn't win. That's 1,000. Okay. Which means if I go pair, or if I go high card 10 into a pair of sevens, that works. High card 10 here for 600, 700. Okay. Discard the ace for the rebate. No lucky sevens. All right. This is a pair of sevens. Our pairs are 1,200 each for the next round. This boss is not going to debuff my stuff. All right. Glutinous Joker, we don't need as a rental. We can look inside a jumbo standard pack. Maybe standard pack first. Could be a polychrome 9 is cool with the Chad, I guess. All right, Fool for a Magician is fine. All right, we could make more hearts. We could make more clubs. We have more clubs than hearts. We have more cards that are, I guess, polychrome, and then we have the lucky card. Let's go clubs here. I could turn the queen into a rock, I think is unnecessary, maybe. Let's see here. We go rebate on nines. Maybe I'd do a rock here. Maybe we don't need the moon that bad. Sure. Save the magician for the polychrome card, maybe. Go next. Rebate on nines. So we can play a pair of fours. Not a very strong pair. If my pairs are not very good, I might try to end with four of a kind or a full house. Let's snap off the king. Can play a pair of tens. Still gonna save the magician for my polychrome 9. Maybe I want the rock here. Okay, so I got a bunch of nines that I could discard. Do we discard the nines now? Probably that's fine. And then try to get sevens. All right. I can play a pair of twos and then finish with as many sevens as we can get. Okay, so there's the polychrome 9, and we could do a 7 of hearts. And the pair should be at least 1,200. I don't know about 1,400. I'm gonna play the 4 of a kind. All right, 3,000 for the 4 of a kind. Rebate on twos now. Okay. I think I want to go back in time to lower the scoring requirements. Let's go. We can do a little re-rolling. Splash is fun with the lucky cards. Let's go one more. No? Okay. So, Celestial Pack first. This stuff we don't care about. Maybe we take a Mercury card and then Arcana. Or a Death card. Let's make more sevens. So more 7 of clubs, I guess. I can remove aces or 10s or 4s or 6s. How about remove the ace? And we have no more face cards. Great. And then we go back in time. Makes the bus worse, makes the pair plan worse, but makes trading card better if we go back in time. Kinda. Rebate on twos. So 4s and 10s, we said we can remove them. So how about we snap off a 4? The pair probably wins. So what happens if I do 2-pair? 2-pair is definitely about the same. So I guess, what if I do this? What if I do high card 10? Okay, I don't know if I get to do too many more of those. So maybe we are supposed to discard the 2 here, or we could do high card 9, maybe? Alright, didn't get more 2s, that's fine. But then the 7s with a rack. Couple plus 20s. Okay. Rebate on 3s now. 8 ball. I only have 2 8s. Bummer. This boss says play 5 cards. Could be a handy tag for 30 bucks. Probably not. So pick a standard pack for, I want a gold seal. I don't need an 8. Celestial pack. Maybe another Mercury card. The next round is 3,000. Do I want the sun? Maybe not. Maybe. No, we'll stick with clubs. Let's go next. Alright, so rebate on 3s. I can snap off a 3. I can snap off an ace, I think also makes sense. I think a pair of 7s is not gonna score 3,000 points, though we could play high card 8 instead. I could get 2,000 with a pair. I can play high card 10 here and then save discards for a 7. Or sorry, discards for a 3 for the rebate money. Alright, discard the 3s. Play a couple 7s. There we go. With the rock, it's a lot of points. We have 44 cards in the deck. Rebate on 9s. There's a death card, so we can copy the polychrome 9. Alright, if we take the voucher, these 2 boosters take me to 35. We can go one more. Could be a mime. I don't have any gold cards or steel cards. We could take judgment here instead of chiclets. Maybe. Let's go Arcana. Alright, could be Hermie for 20 bucks. Could be make a glass card. I think we just go Hermie. And before we go Arcana, maybe go one more. 5 bucks, we could go one more. Bummer. Alright, Chariot, if I want to make a steel card, I can make a steel 7. But I want to make more of these 9s, so I can turn a 4 into a 9. And then make a steel 7. Okay. 6 bucks. Empress Mars. Mars is good, but I just used a death card, so maybe I don't use Mars right away. Let's go next. Rebate on 9s. Okay, I can snap off a 5. Rebate on 9s. Let's try playing a pair of 3s. I think we could do safely. Sure. Pair of 3s. Okay, so that was a little bit too much. That's okay. We can follow up with... I can play high card 10. High card won't win. And then we can finish with a pair of 7s. We only have the 1-9. Bummer. Play the 7s with the rack. Yes. Alright. Could be a Chariot. It's in a standard pack. So there's a steel 9 if we want more 9s. I'm going to stick with the polychrome 9s. We don't need that many 9s. We can go one more. Could be a fool. Oh, I forgot I did use a chariot, didn't I? So I guess hold on to this fool. Looking for a death card. Hiker's kind of fun with the Chad, with the trading card, because if you have not that many cards in your deck, you play the same cards over and over again. Now let's go one more. Could be Magician for more lucky cards. I like that. There's Strength. So I can turn my 7s into 8s and then use a Fool for Strength and then get more 9s that way. I kind of like that idea. So we can make the Steel card, we can strengthen the 7s and then get a Magician. Alright, and then we don't need the Bloodstone here. Do we want to spend $5 on a reroll? We could go one more. Alright, I don't need Madness. Let's go next. Rebate on 2s. So I can play the pair of 6s. I'm looking for 8s to turn into 9s. I can snap off a 3. There's a rock. So what if we play the pair with the rock? Is that too much? I think maybe it's not too much. And I probably don't need this 9. Though I might want to save my Magician to make a lucky 9. Let's try not playing the rock, actually. How much is that? That's 3,000? Okay. I can play a pair of 9s. I can play 1 9 with a rock. And then discard the 2s. Yes. I have 2 8s. We can strengthen. Let's go lucky first. And then strengthen. That way if we get a fool, we can get more strength. We have 8 9s now. Alright. Rip it. Yes. Alright, clearance sale, sure. This boss discards random cards. Okay. Clearance sale, so we get discounted standard pack. I don't think I want a purple king. We can skip and go reroll for tarot cards. Don't need a boot. Don't need hack. Don't need the swashbuckler. Onyx Agate's kind of interesting. Could be Onyx Agate instead of the bus. Nah. Could be Bartolomeo instead of Chiclets. Fool for strength. So do we want more strength or do we want Hermie twice? I kind of want Hermie twice. I want more death cards. So Hermie here. Take the cat. Temperance for $7. Bummer. Go one more. Don't need the Baron here. $9 is a little bit expensive. Rebate on 2s. Probably we get a decent amount of money here, so let's go one more. Mars is okay. Alright. Let's see if we can play 4 of a kind. We probably can. Rebate on 2s. So we can snap off a 4. We can play... I want to play the lucky cards. What I don't want to happen is to get the plus 20 and then have the pair score too much. So what do? We have lucky 7s and we also have lucky 9s. Let's play the pair of 3s. Okay, I have rebate on 2s. I can play could be 2 pair. Throwing away an ace here. Let's try 2 pair. Maybe something like that. I think doesn't win. Okay. And then we should be able to win with the 9s or 7s. So could be a pair of 9s, could be a full house. Maybe we play the full house because it has the most cards. Let's do that. Yas. Okay, don't need the pants. Rebate on 2s again. Check the standard packs. No gold seal, we can skip. There's a purple 8. Purple 8 we could turn into a purple 9. It is pretty early. It's round 13, I guess. Ante 4. I think I'm interested in a purple 8. There's Justice. Could be. Do we want Mercury? I think we still take Mercury. It's only $2. Go one more. $7, sure. $8, maybe. Alright, that's it. Go next. Rebate on 2s. We can snap off a 3. I could try playing 8 as a high card. I could try playing the 9s as 2 pair again. So we could go 2 pair, 9s and 10s. As long as we have the rock, we should be able to win on the final hand. Okay, so probably now we can't stall anymore. The bus, or sorry, rebate on 2s. I could do something like this. I don't think I get to play the rock. I think if I play high card, I can avoid winning. And then we could do, could be a glass 9. Could be turn the purple seal into glass, I think is reasonable. Let's discard the 2s. Yeah. Go purple glass and then play 9s and 7s. There we go. Okay. Could be driver's license instead of the cat, but the cat's more fun. Could be take driver's license instead of the bus. I think we want the bus. 2 Arcana packs. So we're gonna hold on to some tarot cards. Take a hung man. Go one more. Could be Dusk instead of the bus. And then we have the polychrome cards and we have the lucky cards for the 4 of a kind. That could be the thing, though this boss is slightly dubious. Dusk is interesting. I guess, it depends on what my draws look like. I'm not super confident in Dusk, though it could be exciting. Anyway, let's go one more. Chariot, maybe? How about, we have strength for an 8 and a 7. 3 and 10, we can hang them. So maybe some molt cards, 3 and 10, we hang them. Strengthen. Alright, chariot we can hold on to. Go one more. Could be a glass joker. Nah, we don't have enough glass cards. Alright, let's go Arcana and then save some money for the next shop. We get a death card. Oh, now Dusk looks much better. If you go ace into a 9 and then a fool for another death card. Okay, so go next. Rebate on 10s. Let's start by, we can snap off a 3. I can make a steel 9. And okay. Let's play a pair of 6s, I think. Saving our discards. So I guess I could play 2-pair. If I play 2-pair, I can guarantee that the, well, not necessarily guarantee, but I can discard the purple seal. Okay, I don't need the star. I can try 3 7s. And then keep the 9s. And then... Okay. So 3 7s, hoping it doesn't win. Nice. Alright, and then we just discard the 10 and the 2s. Keeping the 4 as a death target. I did not get the polychrome card, so I guess I play the 9s here with a rock. And then that wins. Do that. Get the extra $5. Alright. Cool. Okay, we got Overstock, we've got the boss says my hearts are gonna be debuffed. Could be Drunkard now. Are we done with the bus now? I guess it depends on the Celestial Pack. Can we get a Mars card? No. Though maybe Venus? I don't know. Alright, so there's another purple seal, which maybe we said that we don't want. We don't want the gold card either. Maybe I'm supposed to overstock first. Alright, go one more. Matador. Don't need banana, go one more. There's a gift card I don't really have room for. Go one more. Photograph, no. World, no. Alright, that's it. Rebate on 7s. So I could snap off a 4, I could snap off a 10. I guess let's go 4 first. Rebate on 7s. Let's play a pair of 6s first. Okay. That's a lot of 9s. Let's play... Can I get away with 2 9s? Can I get away with... Maybe I'm supposed to play 3 9s? Plus 20? That's not good. Okay. 4 becomes polychrome. And then we can rebate the 7s. Alright, the chariot we hold on to in case we find a fool. We can play the 4 of a kind. Yas. 3 on the cat. Okay. Check a standard pack. 37 cards in the deck. There's another 9 of clubs if we want to do... could be a flush 5 almost. Maybe. Maybe 9 of clubs, we should just take it. Then go one more. Alright, Neptune in the shop. There's a tower. With the tower, we can hide cards from the mail-in rebate. So we can turn off the 8s maybe. No, we want to turn the 8s into 9s. So we could get rid of the 10s. Maybe. Celestial pack. Looking for... There's a Mars card. And go... We got a nice amount of money. We could go one more. Go one more. Alright, $6. Sure, there's a Bloodstone, but we have all clubs, so... Let's go one more. Get a Mars card. Okay. Rebate on 7s. So we can snap off a 10. We can play 6s and 2s if we want. Holding... Let's go turn the 10 into a rock. Play 6s and 2s as a full house. Sure. The 4 of a kind wins. Okay. Play a pair of 10s. Keeping the 9, I think. Cool. Discard all these 7s. Discard the rock too. Sure. So we could do steal 6, we could do steal 9, maybe. And then play the 4 of a kind instead of the pair. Cool. 3-5 on the cat. Alright, Luchador we don't need. Celestial Pack. Hopefully Mars. Could take another Mercury card, I guess. What's in here? I don't need a rock. I don't need a purple 4, I think. Let's just skip. Don't need a card shark. A little bit early for wing caps here as a perishable. 8-ball we can kind of do. I think we just keep the rebate. Okay, Fool. Now we're looking for Death. Go one more. There's an Obelisk. Could be an Obelisk instead of a bus if we want to do that. And then we do the 4 of a kind. Maybe, could be. We don't get to play that many hands, but maybe that's okay. So drop the bus here, take the Obelisk. Not entirely without risk. We go one more. So Empress helps. Hearts are debuffed. Okay, so I lose my steel cards here. That seems fine. Rebate on 8s. So as far as growing the obelisk, we can start with 3 of a kind 6s, keeping the 9s for the final hand. Okay, I can snap off an 8, I can play an 8. I can snap off a 2 if we want. I could play this 3 of a kind 9s, and then we got more 9s in the deck. Sure. Okay. And then do I have am I trying to remove an 8? Probably not. So we can remove some 7s. We don't need too many 7s. So we could snap off this 7 and then discard the 8. Keeping the steel card, I guess. Alright, and then Fool for Mars we'll hold on to. Empress, I guess we didn't need to use. We could do 4 of a kind here with a rock. There we go. How are we at with the 4 of a kind? We've played 6 4 of a kind. 36 cards in the deck. Okay, Vampire is going to be a no for me, dog. Could be a blackboard instead of an obelisk if you want to be boring. Boss says spades are debuffed. Okay. Don't need 9s or 7s. Arcana we can reroll first. Pyro, no. Fortune Teller, no. This Empress probably doesn't get used. Go one more. Could be Duo, could be Chariot instead of an Empress, I think is more reasonable. But then we get a Hungman. So I could use a Fool for a Death card, or we could just hang him. Maybe 10s and 6s we hang him. And then use the Fool to copy it. And then I don't know what I want to use the Chariot on. Go next. Alright, rebate on 8s. So I can snap off a 2. I can play a 2 pair, maybe. What if we do... Alright, we could do 9s and throw away the 7 as 2 pair. Rebate on 8s. Okay. We can snap off a 6 here. Rebate on 8s. So 2s we can hang them. Maybe I'll go steal on this 9. 2s we can hang them, snap off the 6. And then we could play high card. We could play high card 8 here. Or we're supposed to discard the 8 to the rebate. So we could play high card 10. And then rebate the 8. Alright, let's try now. Rebate the 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of a kind. Could be a flush 5, and then we start leveling up the flush 5. I think I'm going to stick with the 4 of a kind. Maybe. Maybe I want to do the flush 5. We'll go 4 of a kind for now. 31 cards in the deck, though. Maybe once we get all polychrome, we can play flush 5. Maybe a moon card. Stone Joker, no. Ramen, probably not. Standard pack, not likely to have anything that's useful. I don't think we take the polychrome 8. A blue seal would be nice. I don't think I need this 9. Maybe I don't need a purple 6. Rebate on 8s again. Lovers for the flush 5 plan. But then the boss is going to debuff my cards. Let's go one more. There's another blackboard. And let's go next. Rebate on 8s. So we can start with 7s and 6s as 2 pair. Okay. I can play high card. That's possible. I can snap off a 2 if we want. Snap off the 2. I can play 2 pair 9s and 7s. And then we still have 4 of a kind for the finisher. 4, 5 on the cat, 2, 6 on the obelisk. There's a 10. All right. There we go. Okay. Now what? Rebate on 8 again. Okay. Standard pack. Gold seal jack. We could do a gold seal jack. It's worth $9. Maybe it would just get in the way. Alright. Don't need Pareidolia. Don't need a star. Maybe we're looking for a moon. Could be strength on the 8. Turn the 7 into another 8. Sure. Now we're up to 13 9s. Go next. Alright, so rebate on 8s. We can snap off a 6. Sure. I should play, if I have 2 pair, I should play 2 pairs. So we could go 9s and 6s as 2 pair. 30 cards in the deck. Okay. Then I can snap off a 2. Or I could save it for the 10. Snap off the 2. Rebate the 8s. Priestess. Is that what we want to do? What was the last thing that we did? Last thing we did was strength. So I guess priestess is fine. This stuff doesn't matter. I can play high card 10. Is relatively safe. Safe in the sense that it's not going to win. Alright, then play the 4 of a kind. That's it. Five, 7 on the cat. Okay. We got Hermie. We got defense against the dark arts. Play only one type of hand. What a rude dude. Could be $66 handy tag. I think no. What's in here? Another purple seal. Nah. Rebate on 2s. We got 3 of those. Okay. Do a little bit of re-rolling. I can hold on to these tarot cards, I guess. Since they're cheap. Don't need a throwback. Let's see here. Magician, sure. Judgment, no. Could be a brainstorm. Could be brainstorm. I don't want to give up the rebate, because you could do rebate plus brainstorm, but I guess maybe we don't need to do that. We'll just take brainstorm and then go Arcana. All right, there's a Fool for Hermie. Is okay, I guess. All right. Empress, no. Tower, maybe. Polychrome, no. One more tarot cards. All right, so if we play the high card, is the high card gonna be too high? Do we gotta play 2-pair? Is 2-pair gonna be too high? We got rebate on 2s. We could snap off a 2. We can start there. Oh, we got rid of the rebate. So we don't got rebate on 2s. So I can try 9s and 7s as 2-pair. Is that safe? We could try it. It's a lot of mult. Okay. I can stone the 10. We can discard purple. Get an Empress. So could be a couple more lucky cards if we want. We can try high card 6. Copying the Chad. And then here's 4 of a kind. Or we could play flush 5 because then we get more cat activations. Or we get 1 extra card, I guess. Do that. How many polychrome cards do I have? I've got 4 out of 28. Alright, a couple plus 20s. That's it. Okay, Sun, we don't need. Celestial pack, Buffoon pack. Maybe Buffoon pack. Times 7 on the cat. Let's go 1 more. There's a Mars card. I think we're done with 4 of a kind. Or I don't think it matters. I think this stuff we skip because we don't want to score too many points. I think 4 of a kind is maybe fine, maybe irrelevant. Go 1 more. There's Temperance for $8. Looking for a death card. No. Go 1 more. Could be a baseball card since we have 2 uncommons. All right. So we are trying to. If I play the 3 of a kind 7s, that seems a little bit strong. I definitely don't want to play the rock. I want to snap off 6s and 2s. I could snap off the rock, I guess. Maybe we snap off the rock. Okay. We can try 3 7s. We can throw away an 8 and we can try maybe 2-pair. Throwing away the 8. Let's try that. I got my 2-pair. Oh, we got plenty of room to grow here for the obelisk. That was a little bit too much. So I might try now the high card 6 instead of the 2-pair. What happens if we go high card 6? That's a lot of plus 20s. That's not good. Bummer. Oh well. How about, let's go Mega Celestial pack. Could be another Mars card. Could be Eris, finally. Okay, go 1 more. There's Temperance again. I don't need a star. Standard pack has, don't need a holographic 6. All right, I should have done this first. Reroll the boss. That's acceptable. It's not the best, but it's fine. We can snap off a 2. Could be maybe 2-pair 7s and 9s. I guess we want to avoid playing too many cards. Maybe it's fine because we have the lucky cards and we just get the money anyway. Let's try 2 pair. Alright, it's clean, it's fine. We could do 8, and we can't do 2s anymore. Could be discard the 8s. How about high card 8 and then finish with the 9s? Sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be 5. I guess we'll just do 4. That's fine. Big money, no whammies. Yes. All right, 925 on the cat. All right, there's a hologram. We have the Wii heal. This boss says you gotta sell one of my jokers. Well, that's rude. So I guess standard pack. Nope. I probably don't want any of these. We can spin the wheel. And then go... Seed money's not going to be profitable. Let's go next. Alright. I can snap off the 2. And is there maybe 2 pairs possible if we get a 6? Or maybe I go 3 9s. Can we do 3 9s? Maybe. Okay. 3 9s is a little bit too strong. Bummer. This is the worst obelisk ever. Let's go Arcana. Alright, haven't gotten a death card in a while. We got Hermie here. Let's try to get a death card after re-rolling. Could be Eris. Alright, so let's see. Can we get a Fool? We get a death card, but we don't get the polychromes. That's fine. I can go... I can turn a rock into a 9. I can turn a 6 into a 9. That's fine. And then pick up Eris here. Maybe we hold on to it in case there's a Fool. Huh. Alright, let's go one more. Go next. So now, I really want to avoid playing high card. So let's snap off the 6. That means we got one more 6 left. We can try to get another 8 or another 7 here. Could be 2 pairs, 7s and 9s. Let's try that. Okay. Then we can do high card once. We might be able to do high card against the boss. I can play 3 of a kind, maybe. Let's try, and then we throw away the 8. Okay, plus 20 is okay. Plus 20 twice might be too much. Ah, it's too much. Times 10 on the cat. Alright. Okay, you got me. So, go Arcana first in case there's a Fool. No Fool, but we get Strength on the 8. So, we could do that. Go Strength here, and we go Eris. And then, what's in here? Another Eris card? Okay. Alright, so we got times 10 on the cat. We got 5, 6 on the obelisk. We could re-roll, I guess. Yeah, we go one more. There's a chariot. Okay. So go next. Alright. So I can snap off a 7. I can snap off an 8. If we remove the 7, then we should be able to play, if we want, we could play high card 8. We have how many 9s? These 9s I can discard. I could probably do something like that. And then we got the polychrome 9s. Okay, we got a glass 9, so it could be we do 10 cards left in the deck. So maybe do something like that. Are we doing the glass 9? We might. So here's 3 of a kind. Okay. And then we could do another, I guess it would have to be high card. I don't have any steel cards anymore. Where's my flush 5 compared to... Alright, so play high card for the obelisk. There you go. I can make a steel card. There we go. Remove the debuff. This is times 10, and we got times 6 on the obelisk. We could play the flush 5. Flush 5 or 5 of a kind? I think the flush 5 is better than the extra glass. Even though you could go glass in the front with the Chad, we could do this. Maybe something like that. Ship it. Cool. All right. I'm not gonna say I played that the best, played that the cleanest possible. This was just for fun, right? So I picked this seed because you do start with the trading card, and then on the erratic deck, maybe something a little bit interesting start. We started with a bunch of 7s and 2s. We did not end up with 7 and 2s. And maybe that's just a consequence of having the trading card. No matter where you start, you can end up wherever you want. Get the polychrome 9 and then make more of them. Is always kind of fun for me. Demonstrating times 10 on the cat, times 6 on the obelisk. Obviously, the cat is bigger. The cat is better. Take care, everyone.